First of all, working out is not fun. It was not fun at all to me. But this is fun. And when you're in pain, habitually in pain, you modify a lot and you just accept it because, women, we have pain every month. We have pain with childbirth, after childbirth. So you just keep on going. What are you going to do? So I would try it and fail and try it and fail. Don't think of it as bad. Like, don't feel guilty about something, but just maintain the good.
So tell me what life was like before you started with us.
A couple of things. Well, before retiring, I was working out. And it wasn't a strenuous workout. It was, just so I could read the New Yorker, basically, and People magazine. But it's better than nothing.
So you would get on the elliptical and read the magazines.
Oh, yes. Every day, 5 days a week. That was my thing. I did that for me. And it wasn't, a big workout, but it was better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then when I retired, I bought a bike. Didn't get on it. Well, I did, but it just was like so boring.
Was it a Peloton?
Yeah, it was so boring to me. So it was forcing me to do something.
Was that during COVID?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was forcing me to do something I didn't want to do at all. And I tried to convince myself, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, this is the trainers are great. Oh, this is boring.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So that's what it was like before. And I did during the pandemic. I gained a lot of weight because I thought if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with coconut cream pie for breakfast. I don't do drugs, or else I would have done that.
I'm going to die on my terms.
Yes,
I like that.
Exactly. So I just ate everything. I mean, literally, I had coconut pie every morning.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
That's so funny.
So wonderful. So anyway, so you get to this point. I already had arthritis. I had that probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 years or something like that. So I have arthritis. And of course, what happens? It gets worse.
Yes.
So I couldn't, I have this, 12-pound Shih Tzu that I walked for just 8 blocks, and that hurt.
Yeah.
So, and a friend joined, and then my daughter joined, and I'm going on vacation with my very fit sisters.
Yeah.
Who are 77 and 81, and I need to keep up with them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I knew I might be able to keep up with the 80-year-old, maybe. But that 77-year-old, I really couldn't. So I joined the gym in like March, and we went in May, and I could not keep up with her. I did better than I was.
Yeah.
But so those are the reasons why I said, I have to do something.
Yeah.
This is not tenable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's so good. It's funny, that sort of idea of like, during this sort of pandemic, is like, oh, you're going to die, whatever. And you're like, I'm going to die on my own terms. And it actually turned out to be worse. Yes. It's just like, you just are in more pain, and like life kind of sucks a little more.
Mm-hmm. And it lasted longer than I thought it would. I'm like, 2 weeks of this. Yeah, let's have pie for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so interesting. Yeah. So it was kind of coming out of that and then realizing like, oh wow, I'm not feeling great.
Yes.
And
certain things I could not do.
Yeah.
And when you're in pain, habitually in pain, you modify a lot. And you just accept it because, women, we have pain every month. We have pain with childbirth, after childbirth. There's just pain, right? So you just keep on going. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to say, no, I can't do anything because I'm in pain.
Yeah.
So you just keep on going. And so that's what it's like. You just adjust to it.
Yeah.
You don't walk as long.
Yeah. It's so subtle. I've noticed that with myself as well. It's like you notice little things. It's like going downstairs, for example, right? You're like, you didn't used to grab the rail.
Yes.
And then like, it's like, I'm grabbing the rail half the time. Maybe I should do something about this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Or going upstairs. It's like, you notice like, okay, if you're not feeling good, you have to make this little sigh like,
Or go down like a billy goat. I would go on the side.
Yeah. That's right. And I remember I like hurt my foot or my knee or something, and I was going down sideways, and I was like, I remember seeing my grandpa do this.
Yes.
It's like, this is how it happens. It's not just a function of age. It's like these little things that happen that like all of a sudden, it hurts. It hurts. And you just keep adjusting and you never actually try to regain that back.
Or you think you can't.
Yeah.
You say, oh, you go, oh, okay, well, this is the way it is. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my back just hurts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have this pain. Now I
Yeah.
have this. Yeah. So you started here with the idea that what? Like, what was your goal?
Well, it helped to talk to the intake team, which was Coach Heidi and Coach Rebecca. So I had a clear view. Well, first of all, it was very cathartic because it was like going to therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Coach Heidi, she was digging. Like digging, like, why did you stop working out?
Yeah.
So that was, that was a good process to go through before I even stepped in the door. So when I was ready to step through the door, I was so ready because everything was explained to me, how it works and everything.
Yeah.
And I had never done CrossFit before. And it does sound intimidating, CrossFit. I mean, if you look at it and they're pushing these, I don't know, these big things down a lane and everybody has these tires for some reason.
Yeah, big tires, throwing weights around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm 60. Why? No, I'm not doing that. So
I can hire someone to flip these tires for me.
I'm not doing that. So once it was explained to me, once I got here, I was just so ready.
Yeah.
So
So there wasn't that sort of fear when you walked in.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah. Okay. What was that first day like?
Oh, it was just great, because everybody is so welcoming and very friendly and very helpful. Everybody's helpful. And so I met with my coach, that's Coach Wendy, who I actually love. She's great. And just made everything possible.
Yeah.
And everything was doable.
Yeah.
Everything was, don't rush it, take your time, and she's monitoring me, right? Because, you don't really notice it at the time.
Yeah.
She's seeing what my skill level is. What can I do? So she knew where to push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So my next question was, what was your plan? Like, you work with Coach Wendy and she kind of gave you a plan. What did she say to do?
Well, my initial plan was I got to get this weight off.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable. I don't like the look of it. It's just awful. So we started with that. So it was a lot about nutrition.
Yeah.
Which again, you think you know everything at a certain point in your life.
Yeah.
So it was retraining how this formula works.
Well, so what did she actually tell you to do?
Which was different than what I was used to, which was portion control. That's how you do it. Everything's about portion control. The previous plan I was on, which was Weight Watchers, you can't actually eat a lot of what you want.
Yeah.
Like bananas are 2 points, eggs are 2 points. So you only get 25 in a day. So you can imagine.
Wow. Okay. So breakfast could cover like more than half of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this approach was, you have to eat more. What are you talking about?
Right.
I can't eat all that. Right. Yeah. It was a lot of protein and a lot of fruits and vegetables, which I love fruits and vegetables. I'm good with that. But it was the protein that was hard for me.
Yeah. So she basically said like, eat this much protein and eat this much fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Okay. And
she said one thing I said to her was like, in the beginning, it was like, I'm going to have a pancake day or whatever it was. She was like, oh, good. I'm like, really? What? That was not the response. I was like, once I hit a point, let's say 2 weeks or whatever, I'm going to have a pancake day. Yeah. She's like, oh, great. And she came back, did you have your pancakes? I said, yeah, and it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be. I was like thinking something else. So anyway, that was new to me. She told me there's no bad food. Don't think of it as bad. Like, don't feel guilty about something, but just maintain the good food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. So it's interesting when you go on these diets and you deprive yourself of things.
Yes.
You want it so much more.
Right.
But when you are allowed to eat things, it doesn't have that same effect.
No, I haven't had pancakes since then. I just really don't want them. I want other things. But
yeah, that's really good. So she said, eat more food, eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more protein. And then you were working out. How often did you work out?
At that time, it was 3 days.
Right.
3 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you doing anything else?
Oh, well, I was doing the Peloton because she said on those off days, do the Peloton.
Oh, okay.
Got to walk.
Yeah. Okay.
Have to walk a certain number of steps.
Okay. So you were moving kind of general movement.
Exactly.
Yeah. That actually sounds like a lot. So you're doing 3 days a week, coming in here where you're lifting weights and doing cardio and stuff. You're doing Peloton, 2 or 3 times?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're walking 8,000 steps.
A day.
Was that the 8,000 steps? Could that include the workout, or was that in addition to it?
In my head, it was in addition to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you're moving like crazy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was just so motivated.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a hard thing to do. It wasn't like, oh, you asked me to skydive off the building or something like that. So because I was walking my dog several times a day and just being out and about, and then I was traveling too, which was a lot of walking. It was doable.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, if I was short, I mean, I'm not like really going to lose my mind over it. If there's a day where I didn't feel like doing anything on a Sunday, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my next question. Like, were you perfect on the plan?
Oh, no.
Or okay.
Oh, no. No. No.
Like, so out of like 10 days, how many days on average would you say that you were kind of hitting your plan?
I would say it was pretty like, within like 10 days, probably 8,
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just so vested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long did that last?
A good while. Just while until I got really tired of the Peloton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just cut that out. And then I added an additional day
Right.
of working out here.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, you had this kind of habit of working out 5 days a week anyway. It was the Peloton, whatever. You were just replacing some of the things.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did it take for you to see progress? Like where you noticed something was changing?
That was so soon.
Really?
Oh, it's so soon. So again, it's the walking with the dog. Because arthritis is painful, very painful. And I was on medication. And so I thought, in the beginning, I was like, okay, well, let me take this medication. I'm going to take, Move On. In addition, I'm going to take an Advil. And so I was doing all that, like, before my workouts and things. And it came a day, I was like, I'm just going to see. And then I just stopped taking the medication.
Stopped taking the medication?
Wow. Just stop. And I was like, okay, well, you're going to need it at some point. Don't throw it all out. Don't get crazy because you're going to need it. But consistently, I just don't take that medication. So that was one of the first things. The other thing was mobility, going up the stairs and holding on to the handrail. I just tried it one day. Just hop up like you're 6 years old, going up the stairs like a 6-year-old. See if you can do it. Yeah. And I did it. I was like, hop, 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 hop. Oh my God. And then this was like within like 3 months, I say, within the first 3 months.
Wow.
And things that I would need to get help with, because when you have mobility issues, you do, unfortunately, you have to ask for help with certain things, and you don't want to. Yeah. So I'm relying on someone else to help me take down my shower curtain and to wash it, and because that's a 2-person job. It's just the way this thing is made. And one day I was like, well, let me just try. And it was easy peasy. I'm like, why couldn't I do that before? I literally could not do it before. How is that possible? Yeah. So my focus changed from just targeting weight all the time to just getting strong and staying stronger.
Yeah, I love that.
Because that's what's more important for me now.
Yeah. I love that because that is actually the path that a lot of people take here. They're like, I want to lose weight. And we're like, great, we can help you do that. Then you start doing it, but then you start seeing all of the other things that you can do. Yeah. And it's like, oh, actually, the weight is not as important as like being able to take down your own shower curtain or walk up the stairs. Exactly. And like you start to have all these aha moments like, oh my God, like I couldn't do this stuff before.
Exactly. And having 2 fit older siblings, like 20 years older than I am, and how fit they are. Like the 81, she's 81 now. She lives in a Victorian that has 22 stairs, right? Going from the ground floor to up to bed. And she carries her dog, who's probably 30 pounds, up and down those stairs.
Wow.
And I don't want her to.
Yeah.
But she can do it.
Yeah. So the dog can't handle it.
Yes, exactly.
But she can.
She can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that kind of thing. I look at them and go, I want to be able to do that. Yeah. I want to be able to go on vacation whenever I want and do things.
That's your quality of life.
Yeah.
It's like, the thing is, we're all going to die at some point, right? But what happens in those last 5, 10, 20 years even is really determined by what you do now.
Yes. If you think you're too old to start, you're just not. You really aren't, because you just, it's possible to get a little better. You may still have pain or whatever it is, whatever your issue is, but it is possible to improve your life, your quality of life.
Do you think getting old is like in your mind?
I've been I'm just so crazy, Jay. I have been looking forward to it. So my mind is a little skewed.
Yeah.
So it is in your mind.
Yeah.
Some people are born old. I mean, my parents were so much older, right? When they had me, than my siblings. So I've always been around older people, gravitated towards older people, mentors and things like that. It's in your mind, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I always think about it as like a mentality.
Yeah.
It's like getting older is inevitable. Being old is a mentality.
Exactly.
You know? And it's like, if you refuse to be old,
right,
then, you improve the quality of your life.
Exactly. It's a number.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're still able to do everything.
Yeah.
Like I say, my sister was doing Pilates up until a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So to keep doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. You watched that show Golden Girls back in the day?
Yes.
And I remember watching that show and thinking, man, those ladies are like really old.
Yes.
They were in their 50s.
I know. I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
And like Betty White was, something like 50 or whatever. Yeah. And I thought they were old in that show. She lived another like 45 years after that show or something. Exactly. It's just like, and so our concept of what old actually is different than it used to be.
It's different as you age too.
Yes, exactly.
When you're 30, 50 is old.
Yeah.
Then when you're 50, 60 is old.
Yeah. I remember being like 12 and like, oh my God, you're 40. And it's like, oh man. Now in my 40s, I'm like, oh man, 40. You're still young. You can do all this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 64, when you have to scroll down to put your birthday in, is way down there now. It is way where it used to be like 1920. I'm like where it used to be 1920.
Yeah. I remember when that started to happen too. It was like all of a sudden, wait, I have to do 2 scrolls, 3 scrolls to get down.
Keep on. Okay, there. Yeah.
Over the course of the time that you've been here, you've made some amazing progress. What was the most difficult part for you?
Oh, well, not getting in my head. That's when things would get in my head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't do that, or, but I'm so open to trying it, so I would try it and fail.
Yeah.
And try it and fail, and then just do it. Like just this week, I guess it was, or maybe it was last week, we had to do like this bear crawl, and I tried that in December.
Yeah.
And the bear crawl, so that was awful, and it was outside at a park, and it was cold, and so I was like, it's on the schedule, and well, I can't really do that. I can't do, But how Coach Wendy is, she's like, okay, well, we can modify it. So why don't you try it first?
Yeah.
And then we can do something else. So I tried it. I'm like, oh, that was easy. So you see progress.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I hit a PR yesterday.
What was that?
And knocked 2 seconds off of my running.
Nice. Oh, the 800 meter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you see progress, and that gives you just such a lift to keep at it.
The hardest part is really just looking at something and thinking, I'm not sure if I can do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, there was this finisher. I was like, oh, absolutely not. No, I'm not doing the plank. I'm not doing, in my head, right?
Yeah.
And Coach went, Christina is talking, and I'm like, no. I probably got on her nerve. Because I was literally going, nope, nope, not doing that. Nope, that either.
Yeah.
And I did it,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just feels really good when I'm able to actually do it.
Can I tell you a secret?
Okay.
I think probably 90% of the people here have the same thoughts every single day.
I know.
Including myself.
I know.
It's like I look at this and I'm like, 5 rounds? No, come on.
Yes.
Like that is just too many push-ups.
Yes.
I'm not doing it. Yeah. And I'm like shaking my head until they say 3, 2, 1, go. And then I start going in. I'm like, okay, this is not going to happen. But we just end up doing it.
You just end up doing it.
Yeah.
And it's good is that you're not injuring yourself, because you know your body. You're not injuring. That's so important to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do something that's like, oh, what did I just do? So it's good to have people, such knowledgeable people around you.
Yeah.
And they see things I don't see.
Yeah.
They just see it. Yeah. Like my legs aren't right. Oh, they're supposed to be pointed out. Your knees are supposed to be pointed out more. So they see things. And it's very hopeful. I mean, like Coach Rebecca would come up behind me and she's like, oh, just walking by. And she would see something and say something. It's like, great. So I feel safe in this environment.
Yeah. So I want to go through some of the results that we've seen, because we keep stats on you, Pam.
Yeah.
So you have lost 21.3 pounds since you started. So it's about a year, right? Just over a year that you've been here.
Yeah.
You lost 6.7% body fat, which means that you've lost 19 pounds of body fat. So like you lost 20 pounds with 19.9. So 20 of those pounds is body fat, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Right. And that basically means that like you've been able to maintain your lean body mass, get stronger, et cetera. We have this visceral fat number, which is like your kind of health marker, right? How much fat is around your organs.
Yes.
And there's a scale from 1 to 20, and you lost 5 levels in visceral fat. Okay. So you're healthier.
Yes.
As well as, you've lost the weight. You were saying some of the other things, like I've got your back squat going up by 85 pounds. So it went from 55 pounds to 140 pounds.
Yeah.
That's pretty tremendous.
Yeah.
Your deadlift from 15 pounds to 170 pounds.
Yeah.
You're pushing almost 200 pounds on your deadlift.
Know.
That's pretty.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you can definitely lift your own suitcase and put it up, put it up overhead.
Yeah. Or bottled water, all the way down to the basement.
Right.
I lift that. I mean, that big Costco size of that bottled water.
Yeah.
And taking it out the car, up the stairs, then down the stairs. Yeah, I can do that.
Had you ever lifted weights before?
Not really.
Yeah.
A little bit, maybe. Gosh, my daughter's old, so maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, but nothing serious.
It was like to music, like, oh.
Yeah, like the pink weights and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're now, deadlifting 170 pounds. Yeah. What are you, like, there's a whole bunch of other numbers here. Your running has improved and all these other things have improved. What are you most proud of?
Oh, gosh. Probably like some of the bar activity, hanging from the bar and engaging, and that thing you have to do, and keep swinging.
Yeah.
So because one of my goals is to do the toes to bar, so I've come such a long way in that. Just keeping on with that, with the gymnastics part of things.
Yeah,
it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
And first of all, working out is not fun. It was not fun at all.
Yeah.
To me. But this is fun.
Yeah. That's amazing. And you've kind of talked about all the things that have happened outside, outside of the gym, all the things that you can do. And, you've also kind of, you've influenced, your daughter was here for a little while, and like, it's kind of rubbed off on the people in your life as well. Yeah. Any other changes you've noticed outside of the gym?
Well, I feel better mentally, because you're at a certain age where you're supposed to do crossword puzzles or something to engage your mind and things like that. So I feel as though I'm doing that type of work as well.
Yeah. Because
I have to come here and I have to, memorize certain workout things and the rounds, like we were saying before, and count them out in the weight. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
35, 45, 55. Okay. And so I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not at work thinking. I don't have to review, building permit plans and things like that, but I'm thinking. Yeah. And that's so important, to keep your mind engaged.
So you mean you're not reading the New Yorker as you do the workouts?
No.
Yeah, Pam, I'm just really inspired by what you've done and like your attitude towards it as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think there is this sort of like, okay, I'm going to try it and see.
Yes.
And then you start to get results. And it's not like you've been overly focused on, I'm going to get this result, but you just keep showing up. Right. And, you try it and you're just like, great, this is working. Yeah. And I really appreciate that, because that's honestly the only way people can sustain this long term.
Exactly. And it helps to have such a good organization, a good staff of people that are also, vested in your journey. Yeah. That are happy for you. At every little step, oh my gosh, ring the bell. And I'm like, no, I don't want to bring attention to myself. I'm not ringing that bell. But it means something to them. Yeah. As well.
The other thing though, ringing the bell, a lot of people feel that way. I don't want to ring the bell.
Yeah.
So think about it like this. The bell is not for you.
Yeah.
The bell is for everyone else that's in the gym.
Yes.
Because if they see that you are achieving things, then they feel like they can achieve
Yes.
things. And that's like the community part of it is just
and
like,
it's kudos for the coaches too, because I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
yeah. All right, well, you can just do it for us then.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so I have some new questions for you. These are rapid fire questions.
Forgot about that part.
Okay, so this is all just really simple questions. You just answer the first thing that comes into your mind. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, they're easy ones. All right. So first one: coffee or tea?
Tea.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Would you rather fight a small horse or a large bird?
Oh, a horse.
Phone call or email?
Phone call.
What genre of movie is your life? Comedy, drama, romance, horror?
Film noir.
Oh, okay. I like that. Squat or bench press?
Squat.
What is the most useless talent you have?
Oh, I don't have any talent.
I don't know about that, Pam.
No, can't sew, can't
No useless talents?
sing.
Okay.
Because I can't. So there you go. It's useless.
All right. What song do you sing when you're singing to yourself?
Oh, Billie Holiday. Probably.
All right. Give me a one bar.
Oh, you. Okay, in my solitude.
Oh my God! You can sing. Let's go. That is amazing. Oh, I feel a little emotional about that. That's amazing. I don't sound like that when I sing.
Okay.
You can ring the bell for that one. Okay. All right. What is the one thing you have to do before you leave the house?
Oh, talk to my dogs and pet them and, tell them I'll be back.
Yeah. My dog, when I come home, everyone will come and greet me.
Yes.
And if I don't give her the attention
Yes.
first, she gets so upset.
Oh, yeah. Mine will cuss me out.
Yeah.
Because he's blind right now. That's why I have to make sure he knows I'm leaving. And he will literally start barking and curse me out.
Yeah. Mine starts growling at me. I'm just like, okay, I'll say hi. Super strength or super speed?
Oh, strength.
Okay. What is something that always makes you laugh?
Oh. No, I can't tell you that one. To come up with something. Always makes me laugh.
Oh, I got to hear that one. You won't tell me.
No.
All right, you can tell me afterwards.
Okay, I'll go, because I can't think of anything. All those videos of people falling.
You're not the first person to say that, by the way.
That's so bad. It's so mean. Okay.
Falling is funny.
It's mean. But they make it funny.
Yeah. My kids and I like to watch videos of little kids falling.
Yes. Just they're so cute, though.
Yeah. We're literally crying after this 10-minute compilation video. All right, 2 more. Do you like frosting?
No, not really.
All right. Last one. The world can be divided into 2 types of people. People who blank and people who blank. What are those
perpetual happy or not.
Oh, that's solid. Okay. So perpetually happy?
Yes.
And
just not
miserable people?
Exactly. Not happy.
Love that.
Very often. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm optimist and pessimist. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking that one. That's the one I'm going to carry with me this week. Okay. 2 more questions. These are not rapid fire. What advice do you have for someone like you who's thinking of starting this journey?
Well, start it somewhere. It doesn't have to be CrossFit. It doesn't, whatever. You just start it. Get healthy. Improve your life. That's what it's about. It's just improve your life.
Yeah.
And find some place that fits you.
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to get on a treadmill and walk. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but start somewhere.
Do something. Yeah. Yeah. What's next for you?
Oh gosh. Oh, there's so many goals. There's that pistol squat, and then there's the toes to bar. So just different things.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so when I see somebody do something, I'm like, okay, well, I will do that eventually.
Yeah. That's the optimist part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It may take 2 or 3 years, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I keep telling you, I may not do it in 2 or 3 years, but I'll be like, okay, well, maybe year 4.
Yeah.
Just
yeah. I feel the same way. It's like
if there's something you can't do, no. What? I have to know.
I was talking to my friend today, and we both had this dream when we were younger of making the NBA.
Okay.
Right? We were just going to, we practice all the time, whatever. He took it further than I did.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, because, we're not making the NBA. I was telling him, I still think about that sometimes. And I was like, yeah, I think, would it be possible to make the NBA? And And I asked myself this question, and I'm like, I'm 47. It's very unlikely, but I know I could do it if I wanted to.
Yes.
And you know what I would do? I would earn enough money to buy a team, and I would put myself on that team.
There you go.
Because if you own the team, then you can play.
There you go.
Right?
There's a way.
There is a way.
Yeah,
it's unlikely.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go for it anymore.
Yes.
But it's a choice. It's not like it's impossible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. It's like certain things just are not impossible.
Yeah. I love that. That is a great place to end. Pam, I appreciate you for doing this.
Sure.
This is really fun. I know the first one didn't work out. This one was even more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. And we'll see y'all next time.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, we've got plenty of others. Go check out this one over here.